Hi students, welcome back to accountancy class. Today we will study about accounting principles. Okay, accounting is an art as well as a science. Why it is called as an art? Accounting is an art of recording, classifying and summarizing the financial transactions. Clear? Why it is termed as a science? You know that science is an organized knowledge based on certain basic principles, right? So accounting is also a science which is an organized knowledge based on certain basic principles. Clear? So accounting principles, concepts and conventions are commonly known as GAAP. The full form of GAAP is Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. Okay, so these are the basic rules within which accounting operates. Okay, these principles are the theory base of accounting on the basis of which financial statements like trading and profit and loss account as well as balance sheet is prepared. Clear? Now, let us study about the accounting principles in detail. The first accounting principle is accounting entity or business entity principle. What is the meaning of accounting entity or business entity principle? According to this principle, business is to be considered separate from its owners. Business transactions are recorded in the books of accounts from the point of view of the business and not from the point of view of the owners. Clear? Now the second principle. What is the second principle? Money measurement principle. Okay, what is the meaning of money measurement principle? According to this, transactions or events that can be measured in money terms are recorded in the books of accounts. That means the qualitative aspects which are not measurable in money cannot be recorded in the books of accounts. For example, the quality of the staff, we can record. Clear? The efficiency of the management, we can record because it is not measurable in terms of money. Clear? Now the third principle. What is the third principle? Do you know? Accounting period principle. What is the meaning of accounting period principle? According to this principle, the life of an organization is broken into smaller periods. Okay, so that its performance can be easily measured at regular intervals. Okay, these smaller periods are usually 1 year, which are termed as accounting year or accounting period. Okay, so accounting period concept or accounting period principle says that the life of a business organization should be divided into smaller periods so that at the end of which we can measure the profitability as well as financial position of the business. Clear? Now the fourth principle. What is the fourth principle? Full disclosure principle. Okay, so according to this principle, according to full disclosure principle, there should be complete and understandable reporting on the financial statements of all significant information. Nothing should be hidden. Okay, nothing should be exempted from recording. Clear? So, full disclosure principle says that there should be complete and understandable reporting on the financial statements of all significant information. Now, the fifth principle. What is the fifth principle? Materiality principle. Clear? So, what is the meaning of materiality principle? Do you know, children? Materiality principle refers to the relative importance of an item or an event. Okay, only those items should be disclosed that have significant effect or are relevant to the users. Okay, insignificant matters should be avoided while we are recording. Now the sixth principle, principle of prudence. Another name of principle of prudence is principle of conservatism. What is the meaning of principle of conservatism or principle of prudence? Do you know? According to this principle, the business need to take into consideration all the prospective losses but not the prospective profit. Okay, the application of this concept ensures that the financial statements do not show a better position than the original. Okay, so prudence or conservatism principle gives that says that we have to give more importance for the prospective losses than the prospective gains which may arise in future. Now the seventh principle. What is the seventh principle? Do you know? Cost concept or historical cost principle. What is the meaning of historical cost principle or cost concept? According to this principle, an asset is recorded in the books of accounts at the price paid to acquire it, at the price paid to buy it, and this cost is the basis for all subsequent accounting of the asset. Okay, so for how much amount we acquired an asset, that will be or that should be recorded in the accounts. Clear? Now the eighth principle, what is the eighth principle? Matching principle. Okay, so what is the meaning of matching principle? An important objective of business is to determine profit periodically, right? Okay, it is necessary to match the revenue of a particular period with the expenses of a particular period to determine the correct profit or loss for the accounting period. Okay, so the revenue as well as expense will be matched each other during a particular year to get the financial result of the business. Okay, so now the ninth principle. What is the ninth principle? Dual aspect or duality principle. Okay, already we studied about double entry system of accounting, right? So what is the meaning of dual aspect or duality principle? According to this principle, every transaction entered into by an enterprise has two aspects, a debit as well as credit of an equal amount. Clear? Now the next one, what is that? Revenue recognition concept. 10th principle is revenue recognition concept. So according to this principle, revenue is considered to have been realized when a transaction has been entered into and the obligation to receive the amount is established. For example, we sold goods on 31st March. Okay, we will assume that much amount, that much income we got on 31st March, even though that is a credit sale. Clear? Now the last principle, what is that? Verifiable objective concept or verifiable objective principle. What is the meaning of this principle? Do you know? This concept or principle holds that, okay, accounting should be free from personal bias, personal prejudice. Clear? So it means all accounting transactions should be evidenced and supported by business documents. There should be documents backed, okay, which should be considered as the evidence of each and every business transaction. So dear children, these are the 11 basic accounting principles. Clear? Now let us see the principles once again. The first principle is business entity principle. Then the second one, money measurement principle. Third one, accounting period principle. Then full disclosure principle. Then materiality principle. Then principle of prudence or principle of conservatism. Then cost concept. Seventh one is cost concept. Then the next one, matching principle. Then duality principle. Then revenue recognition concept. And the last one is verifiable objective concept. So dear students, study these principles very well because our coming accounting portions will be based on these principles. Okay, all the best. Thank you.